Anthropic recently launched Claude Opus 4.7, and since then, developers started noticing that it is consuming token faster than before. Along with the model update, Opus 4.7 uses an updated tokenizer that improves how it processes text. According to Anthropic, this tokenizer should use 1 to 1.35x more tokens than the previous model. That does not sound like a huge change, but this developer actually decided to test it with real prompts. Things like project files, coding instructions, and logs. And the results were closer to 1.47x more tokens in many cases, which means the exact prompt can burn through your context window almost 50% faster. And that also impacts the cost and long coding sessions. Hey there everyone. I am Arindam, and in this video we are going to go through the experiment, read parts of the blog together, and understand what this tokenizer change means if we are building with Claude. If that sounds good, don't forget to subscribe my channel, and without delaying any further, let's get started. Before going through the blog, let's do a quick recap on what all new updates are there with Opus 4.7. So last week, Anthropic released Claude Opus 4.7, which is the newest version of its most capable Claude model, which is publicly available. The update focuses on things that developers care about the most: better reasoning, strong coding performance, and more reliable instruction following. So overall, the goal of this release is to make Claude more effective for real workflows like building applications, analyzing large inputs, or running long coding sessions. But along with these improvements, Opus 4.7 also introduced a stubble change under the hood. It now uses an updated tokenizer, which changes how text gets converted into tokens before the model processing it. And that small change is what this blog experiment is trying to measure. Alright, enough talking about it. Now let's go to the blog. And this is the blog that we'll be going through. And it basically talks about how they have measured Opus 4.7's tokenizers and the cost factor of it. And this article is written by Abhishek Roy, and I will also put the link of this article in the description of this video. You can also check that out. And right at the beginning, he points out something really interesting. So according to Anthropic's Claude Opus 4.7 migration guide, it says the tokenizer uses roughly 1.0 to 1.35x as many tokens as 4.6, and based on his measurement, it takes 1.47x on technical docs and 1.45x on real Claude.md file. Now, that might not sound like a big difference, but think about it like this. If a prompt used to take 10,000 tokens, if 1.47 multiplier means that the same prompt could now take around 14,700 tokens. So suddenly, your context window fills up faster, API usage goes up, and long sessions start hitting limits much earlier. If you're working on complex tasks or long coding session, this difference show up pretty fast. Now let's scroll down to see how he actually measured it. Instead of estimating or guessing, he used Anthropic's token counting endpoint. This is basically an API that lets you count tokens without actually running the model. So the idea is pretty straightforward. Take the same piece of text, send it through the tokenizer, and measure how many tokens it produces. Then compare that with the token count from the previous tokenizers. Since the input text stays exactly same, so the thing that changes is how the tokenizer splits the text. And this makes it pretty clean experiment. There is no generation involved, no randomness from the model, just raw token counts. And this part makes the experiment much more realistic. Instead of testing with tiny prompts, he used actual developer inputs. Things like Claude.md project instructions, user prompts, blog posts, git logs, terminal output, stack traces, code diffs, basically the kind of stuff developers send to Claude every day. Especially if you're using Claude Code, building agents, or passing large project context into the model. So these results reflect real uses, not some artificial benchmark. Now let's take a look at what he actually found. Across these different samples, token uses increased quite a bit. Instead of staying near the lower bound of this estimate, many examples landed closer to 1.4x to 1.47x more tokens. So in practice, increase often sits near the upper end of Anthropic's expected range, which means the same prompt can consume almost 50% more tokens. And if you are running long coding sessions or large prompts, that increase adds up very quickly. This also explains something that a lot of developers noticed right after Opus 4.7 was released. Sessions started hitting limits earlier, large prompts began filling the context window faster, and some users also reported reaching usage limit sooner than before. That is because tokenizer changes affect every message in the conversation, not only the first prompt. Each message in the conversation history takes tokens. So if each messages become slightly larger, the entire conversation grows faster. Now the obvious question is, why introduce a tokenizer that produces more tokens? Usually the reason is the model performance. Tokenization determines how the text gets broken down before the model processes it. Changing that representation can help the model understand things like code structure, markdown documents, logs, and stack traces, structured developer inputs. So even if the token count increases slightly, the overall model performance on complex tasks becomes much better. And this kind of trade-off is much common with newer models. Better understanding sometimes comes with slightly higher token uses. Overall, Claude Opus 4.7 is clearly a stronger model, but the tokenizer update introduced a stubble shift in the way it processes prompts. And based on these measurements, we saw that the token uses increased quite a bit depending on the input that we are providing. If you're working on complex tasks or long coding sessions, it becomes very important how you prompt the model and what all context you are providing to the model, so it gets enough context but it does not consume all your token uses. So that's it for today. I hope you found this video helpful. If so, don't forget to share this with your friends and do let me know your feedbacks in the comments. And thanks a lot for watching this video till the end. I will see you in the next video. Bye.